What's going on, guys? Welcome back to NolanTCG, and today I'm here with Dylan and his Dark Magician. I've already stuffed it up. We're one take though, so we don't do a second take here. It's Dark Magician Egyptian Gods, because I completely forgot the most important part of this deck because it's awesome. But Dylan, tell us about your deck.
Right, so with the Dark Magician Egyptian Gods, it's mainly just same thing as Dark Magician, it's just special summon to go into Dragoon. But with the Magician Gold stuff, it actually allowed you to go plus more from from Magician's Circle and Soul 7.
Stack that deck.
Yeah, stack it, yeah.
Take us through a deck profile.
Right, so starting off the list, we got 3 copies of Dark Magician, main man himself. You gotta run it at 3, I reckon, just because, you know, good allure target and just makes the deck run. And on top of that, we also have 1 copy of Dark Magician Gold. You can run Palladium Oracle Mana, but I just feel like, you know, if you get that in hand along with a fusion spell and one of a card you can't summon, you can easily just use that to go into the Dark Magicians.
Yeah.
And then use Dark Magic Circle to go plus. And then have to run it. It's 3 Mission Souls. Basically one of the most OP cards in the deck.
This card's still so expensive.
Yes, I think last time I checked it was about like 100 something bucks.
I've like spent the past 6 months being like, it has to get cheaper, and it doesn't get cheaper.
Yeah, nah. I wish it was personally cheaper as well, but you know, people use it for other decks and it's just that OP. Sending 1, can't get ashed, and it gets a body on the floor, gets the body onto the field. For the
so free.
Link. Yeah,
just so free.
Yeah. The next on the list, we have 3 Magician's Rod. Now this allows you to search for your spell and trap cards specifically related to Dark Magician, and it's also just another free body along with the souls.
Very good normal summon.
It is a very good normal summon, and that's the only normal summon pretty much in the deck. And now, next card, we got 3 copies of Apprentice Illusion. This just allows you to get a body on field and then search for a Dark Magician card, which you can use as Discord fodder for Dragoon.
Yep.
And along with that, it's just you know, if you want to like increase like your spellcaster's attack by like 2,000, you can do that as well. Pretty simple. Now next special summon will be just a Conflict.
Free extender.
Yeah, free extender, exactly. And just you know, if you manage to go for the Dragoon combo by just natural means, you use this link material for Karibo, and allow that on field.
Okay.
Yeah. And now for some hand traps, we got 3 copies of Ashwatch from Joy of Spring.
Feed Ash.
Yeah, like it's just one of those like necessary evils in the deck. If your opponent's like doing all that searching sort of stuff, you can just use that to negate that. And you can also use it to stop Gamma, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you can Ash Gamma, of course you can.
Ash Gamma. So basically,
Gamma.
with like Predator Plant, the main target would be Predator Plant, and they usually get Gamma to get it off the field, because like if they manage to survive the next turn, they can use Predator Plant again. But with Ash, that can prevent that from happening.
Also protects your normal summon.
And protects your normal summon as well.
Need those materials.
Defeat.
though. And now for the next hand traps, we got 3 copies of Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries. Now this card has always been good, just like some combo decks, just like back with the meta, like back then it was just like you know, combo and that sort of stuff.
Now you can still hit those Dragoons.
You can still hit those Dragoons, exactly. And on top of that, if you know what your locals are playing, or like comp, you can just like put in like Zeus, Mechaba, stuff like that.
You're not super extra reliant in Dark Magician because you're very much like controlled. Dragoon's really all that matters.
Yeah, Dragoon's really all that matters.
You have so much free space for the cherries to just be like whatever your locals target needs to be.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like it's just one of those cards that I was like thinking like, well, why not?
Yeah, makes sense.
And then for the one-ofs and the main bricks, Obelisk Tormentor and Red Eye's Black Dragon. The Obelisk is to go with combo card that's in the spells, and like the Red Eyes is just Red Eyes.
Big beater boy can just come out and ruin the day.
Yeah, and also a Regeki if need be.
Yeah, valid.
But a very expensive Regeki though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now for the spells, we have 3 copies of Dark Magic Circle. I reckon with combo with the Egyptian gods, this is probably the best one, because if you don't manage to get a Dark Magician card, but you do have the combo in hand, you can either get like hand traps, other combo pieces, and stuff like that.
Yep.
But if it's just banish one if you summon a Dark Magician, which you will be doing often. And now for the next spell, this is like the slightly inferior version, but still allows you to get Dark Magician stuff. Soul 7. Allows you to stack your deck again for the combo. And also, when it's in grave, you've got the 2 materials, banish it to draw 2. What more can you want from that? Yeah. And now for the card that I personally like, the True Name. Now, when you stack your deck, right, and you when you play this card, you call a name, and it's that card on the top, you add it to your hand. And in addition to that, you also get to summon a Divine Beast from your deck to the field or add it to hand. So, of course, if you stack your deck, you're gonna know what you're gonna have. So, it's just a +1 and just a body on the field for Dragoon.
I would say, like, is it probably bricky to play 3 with only 1 obelisk? But like, no, it's not bricky. It's cool to resolve.
It's not bricky because you don't actually have to do the summon effect.
Okay.
It's like a den effect. So basically, if you just know what you have,
that is an option.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's solid. That's solid.
Yeah,
cool.
It's still a solid card.
Cool.
And plus, if worse comes to worse, you just send it with Magician Souls to just draw 1.
Yeah, valid. Yeah.
Alright, the next spell, and for the fusions, we have Magical Eyes Fusion, Secrets, and of course Red Eyes Fusion. That just allows you to go into the second Dragoon. That allows you to unbrick some hands, like with Dark Magician Girl and stuff like that. And just if you have Red Eyes in hand and Dark Magician, Dragoon already.
Are you playing Timaeus in this list, or?
That would be in the side deck, depending on what sort of thing you're going up against. Because some decks require you use Timaeus against it.
Yep.
While others don't.
Okay.
And then the Red Eyes Fusion is just, for purple.
Yeah,
as well.
Obvious reasons.
Obvious reasons, yeah. And then for the draw cards, we have just triple copies of Flora Darkness. Very generic for the deck, and just draws 2.
Got a lot of darks.
Yeah, a lot of darks, exactly. And now for the traps, we got 2 Eternal Souls. Some people do run this at 3. I personally run it at 2 because when you send it to a grave right from the effect of Magician Souls, for example, you can actually recover it back with Soul 7, because most people usually go from deck, but you go from graveyard and place that on top of the deck.
Okay.
Which is something that I personally don't play as well sometimes because I keep forgetting. I know. Yeah, but yeah, it's just great card. Protects your Dark Magician monsters as well on top of that. And if you get, of course, with the side deck, Eye to Timaeus becomes a hell of a card because, Dragon Knight, then that, can't really do much.
Okay.
And then triple Imperm.
Always round out the main deck with the Imperm.
Yeah, always round out the main deck with the Imperm.
But show us the extra deck.
Alright, so the extra deck will be kind of around, it depends on what your meta is, but the main few that you want to run, Link Kariba, of course, because you're running heaps of level 1s, and it's just return the attack to 0, sort of thing. Yeah. And then for Link 2s, we have Pro-Plant Verti Anaconda and IP Masquerina. Pro-Plant just allows you to do those Dragoon lines of play.
She's the Dragoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just Dragoon GG sort of thing. And then IP Masquerina is just sometimes you don't want to go into the Dragoon if you think your opponent's gonna have Gamma, for example, you don't have Ash in hand.
Yep.
Or if they have something else that can counter it, you just go into that. And then do an extra special summon from Gesture Conflict or something like that.
Yep.
To just set up a board from your opponent's next turn.
Okay.
Because you don't necessarily have to go into Dragoon because you got so many of the cards to just counter them with their attack.
Yeah.
And for a Link 3, we got Celine and Nightmare Unicorn. Well, if you're playing IP, of course you got to play this. And the Celine is quite good if you manage to keep your board out. If you manage to keep all your board pieces out from first turn, the Dragoon and Pro-Plant. You use the Pro-Plant to go into a second. So you can just have that on the field, special summon, and then go into Celine.
Yep.
You want to go for that line of play, and then summon an extra spellcaster from the deck, right? To go into rank 4 level 4.
Link 4.
Link 4, that's the one. Yeah. Which will be Unchained Abomination. You can run pretty much any Link 4.
Access code?
Like access code if you want to, yeah, you can run that. But I mainly run this, right, because it combos well with Dragoon, because Dragoon's just basically just a pop effect, right?
Yeah.
And And then this, whenever you destroy a monster, destroy a card.
It just stacks.
Yeah, it just stacks. And then when you go into battle phase and there's still monsters in the field, you can destroy that and then get additional like destroy as well. It just basically rewards you for just destroying stuff.
Yeah.
But like it's a good card.
It snowballs very nicely.
It snowballs very nicely, and then at end turn you have to destroy as well.
Yeah.
Just to add a bit of salt into it, you haven't got the full damage. And then we're running one Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon, which surprisingly goes pretty well because you actually have the Red Eyes and Grey most of the time.
Do a bunch of damage as well and then just soft lock your opponent.
Yeah, basically. Yep. And then for the fusions, of course, we run Double Dragoon for the 2 fusion methods. And then with that as well, we're running the 2 Dark Editions, which it's basically like the same as the True Name, but in the sense of once this is on field, you use Dark Magic Circle, top 3, stack it, and then you can just draw one and spell a trap. You can merely set it.
Yeah.
So if you had like you have to like fuse off the Dark Edition, like 2 Dark Editions for example, then you go into like Eternal Soul.
Yeah.
You can, and then you draw Eternal Soul off from that, right? You set it, activate it, then you can summon it out, and then you can go into Dragoon.
Okay.
And it's just one of those common pieces. Sorry, it's just one of those like things that if you do play like the Dark Edition girl as well,
Yeah.
you can summon it off as well.
Okay.
From that, along with Dark Edition.
Yep.
I mean, in this meta, you don't really have to worry about that effect
Yeah.
because they're not really destroying, targeting, and popping and stuff like that. And the effect can get negated because it does some search with deck.
Okay.
Yeah. And we also run itemized targets, so Dark Vision the Dragon Knight and Dark Cavalier. That allows you to just pick your back row and then head up with Eternal Soul, which can protect it itself.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those things where your opponent can't target your back row, can't target unaffected monster effects, and just, yeah.
Shrine towers it up and protect that Eternal Soul.
Yeah. Because like the Eternal Soul provides like this protection, and then your opponent like when activates the card effect to try to destroy it,
Yeah.
because it's unaffected.
Yeah.
And then the trap's also unaffected, and you just basically wasted your opponent's just wasted a few cards.
Yeah.
And the Dark Cavalier is just like target sort of card. So if your opponent decides to target something in your back row, you can use that, discard it, negate and destroy. And it gets powerful with each spell and trap in the grave on the field.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now this can be very specific. Like you can cut these cards if you want to.
Yep.
For a more like specific to like what your opponents are running and whatnot. So, and because with the 2 extra slots right here, I'm running Invoked Mechava and Divine Arsenal Sky Thunder.
Just your primary targets for your,
Yeah, primary targets for the
your cherries.
Yeah, the cherries.
This is like incredibly popular at our locals.
Oh, he's popular, and just getting yourself wiped with it is just absolutely.
It's frustrating. It's frustrating.
It is frustrating.
Thank you very much for the deck profile today. Anything else you want to say before we go?
I really don't have one.
All good, all good. But as always, I've been Ben from NolanTCG, and have a good afternoon, everybody.